Hello, folks. How are you? Welcome back to another edition of Chronic Pain and a Demon. I'm Raymond Nugent, your host. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you on board on another segment of Chronic Pain and a Demon, with Raymond Nugent. So hey, guys, I hope you guys are having a good week so far. The weekend is here upon us. And, we are just going to try to, do what we can this weekend just to, with friends and family and hopefully we could have a great week. You see what I'm saying? So welcome back to another edition, guys. Chronic Pain Inner Demon, Raymond Nugent, coming at you live. Stay tuned. Drop your links. I'll be right back, guys. Drop your links. Socialize and improvise and let's keep it going. It's Chronic Pain Inner Demon, Raymond Nugent. I'm here with you. I have to turn that light off so we get a better view of what we're doing here. As far as the quality is concerned. So yes, guys, I'm here again with you guys. Another day. Chronic Pain is here. How are you guys? Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm in the house. All right, tell a friend to tell a friend. Chronic Pain is in the house. It's Friday. Come on in. Come on in before I have to say what I have to say. It's Friday. Come on in. Chronic Pain is in the house. It's Friday. Come on in. Chronic Pain is in the house. Hello, folks. Hello. Hello. TGIF to everyone. TGIF to everyone from near, from far, from everywhere. TGIF to everyone. Because, we are, you know, all over the world. So we have to give respect to friends all over the world, regardless, of the climate and, just anything and everything. We have to give thanks and, pay homage to the ones that support you, along the way, with your journey. You know what I mean? So when I say Chronic Pain and a Demon, when I start this channel, I had a lot of support from a lot of people that I don't even know, and I didn't even know, and I get to know them, and I realized that they were genuine, and they were people, to try to give their support and their inputs, and also how I could go about, make my channel better, and just interact, and with the slogan "Each one teach one," it becomes a phenomenon. So my friends they like that, and we're trying to keep pushing that, so the younger generation, could understand and they could teach each other, and they could talk to each other, especially when they're going through crisis. They could talk to each other and be confident, and also be resilient and learn how to stand up to their challenges and become better people of society. Because in this life, there are going to be obstacles. There's no shortcut. There's no way around it. You know, in this life, we're going to face obstacles. Some of them might be tough. Some of them might be rough. Some of them might be unbearable. But we have to understand. We're going to face obstacles, and it's how we go about dealing with them. Kind of sometimes defined us. You know, I don't know if it should have, but sometimes you have to understand. Action speaks louder than words. So the way how you deal with obstacles, helps to define the person you are. Not all the time. In just a lot of situations. Some situations could be different. You know, um, you know, where the spirit of the moment, or a person was in just a ridiculous mood at a time where they weren't thinking straight. Psychologically. So all these things are different. I'm just saying. We right now people with sound mind. We have to be mindful and also be careful when we make certain impulse decisions, because these decisions could ruin our lives. It could ruin our family lives as well, and it could ruin our children's lives as well. So if we are fathers and mothers, grandparents, love of kids and grandkids. We're going to learn to do better and communicate more and have a better understanding, of what we call life, you know, and be more open-minded and listen to each other and trying to learn from each other. And I think that will make us a better community, better people. We come across more understanding, and I think from there on, the linguistics will be a little bit different because we are all on the same page where we understand each other. And like I said, the linguistics is different. So yes, guys, we need some of those things in our lives today. Straightforward languages where we could talk to the younger ones, even though we do talk to the younger ones. But you have to understand. Sometimes young guys, you have to retain, you know, the few knowledge that people try to kick to you as far as the elders, because you have to understand. If we had what you have now, as far as people in my age group, to become mentors and speak to you guys and ladies, and just encourage you to have better characteristics in life and be more independent and be more mindful. Um, just become a broad scale as far as where society is concerned, and we're just trying to make sure that we do the right thing to help you guys to fit in the right way. A lot of us are doing the right thing, you know, but it's for the younger ones today to understand and retain those are the things that we're doing, because there's a lot of guys out there that are trying to help, and if you call them, they're willing to talk to you before you make certain rational decisions or impulse decisions where it could cost you your future or cost somebody their lives or cost your kids their future as well, and your family their future as well, and your friends as well. So when you're making these impulse decisions, you're not just hurting your kids, your family, you're hurting friends, you're hurting mates, you're hurting people that believe in you, you're hurting people that support you, you're hurting people that mentors you, you're hurting people that look up to you. So you have to remember, impulse decisions could come back and define you, in a way, because of the way you react, to certain situations. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I'm not going to say it's right. Like I said, impulse decisions sometimes, take us to the next level, you know. And But when I say next level, I don't mean what you know y'all might think, or anybody that with a you know crazy mind might think. I just mean as far as escalating issues. Um, sometimes you have to take a breather. You go out, you have a drink or whatever the case may be, and you try to figure it out. Because, like I said before, life is tough, life is rough, and a lot of these things that's happening now since 2019, 2020, you have to understand it wasn't human inflicted. Um, I don't know if it's an act of nature, but with this crisis and this pandemic, it kind of put an alter on her way of living, and it caused frustration. It caused for us to have cabin fever. It caused for us to have uncertainties. It caused for us to have disbelief. I do understand these things because I am living in the same frame and timeline that you're living in. You know what I mean? These things we all do understand, you know. But a lot of us are fighters and we're trying to, bear it. And hopefully we all continue to bear it because it's not easy, guys. It's not easy, but we're trying our best and we must try our best and stay optimistic, you know, because I think we have a better future ahead of us. Nothing could beat the past though, because the past brings a lot of memories. But as far as the better future, I'm talking about, health wise when it comes on to 2019, 2020, I think we have a better future ahead of us. With these vaccines on board, and all these companies trying to help us the best way they can with research and also developing of these vaccines. You know, so I was one of those guys who said I was going to wait and see, but I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot, and a lot that makes sense. So when my time comes, yes, I'll be taking that vaccine. Because I want to travel, I want to enjoy life, I want to have a legal driver's license, I want to be able to check in a hotel, I want to be able to rent a car. You know, I want to be able to be a part of society. So yes, I'm going to take that vaccine. You know, it's by choice. You know, to each his own. But this is just my opinion from doing some research and gathering evidence and data for myself. I just came to the conclusion that when it comes to my turn, I will be taking the vaccine. But guys, like I said, it's a personal decision, and it's up to each and everyone. As far as where you go, where the vaccine is concerned, and your quality of life, and the way you want to move on. Where the vaccine is concerned, the way you want to move on, you know, and just enjoy life, you know, and because guys, I tell you, you know, you have to understand, the world is getting ready to open again, pretty soon. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean it like, in caps. You know, the world is getting ready to open again. Chronic pain and edema, I'm telling you this, the world is getting ready to reopen again because with all these vaccines on board, all these companies on board, the world feel confident that it could run and people could function, as long as they have these vaccines and other stuff to keep us going, keep us afloat, and keep the world running. You know, because with the world shut down, it doesn't mean nobody no good. Not me, not you, not the owners, nobody. So yes, so the world is getting ready to open again, guys. It might not be in a few months, it might not be in a few weeks, but like I said, the world is making big preparation to open again. You know what I mean? And pay attention. You know, pay attention in every which way. You know, as far as investing, making money, every which way. Because if I have it, I'll do it. But the world is getting ready to open again. You know, in a mass, way. As far as astronomical is concerned, way. Let me just rephrase that. Because if you look at now, a lot of basketball stadiums are being a little more reluctant, and letting people in, and other sports are being a little more reluctant and letting people in. The gambling system, travel, innovation, technology. There's so much that's going on right now in preparation. So in all my research, from what I saw, and what I gather, bring forth to you guys as chronic pain. I come to you guys, like I said, I always give you, current stuff as well. But, from what my analysis has showed me, the world is ready to open again. You know what I mean? Yes, guys, But before I go any further, guys, I just want to dedicate a few minutes of the show to a family member, a great person that we lost. You know, she was like a daughter of mine, because she was raised with my daughter. And also the gentleman was raised with my daughter as well, raised with me. I babysit both of them, watched them raised. But, I lost, it's pretty much like a lot, losing a niece, so I lost somebody this week, last week, and, I just want to dedicate a few minutes to this person that we lost because this person, Tashiana, she have a name, Tashiana Blake. Um, she always have a smile on her face, and she always light up the room. And I'm gonna miss that, you know, dearly. I'm gonna miss that, you know, and that's why we have to be wise and be careful in the decisions that we make because once someone is gone, we can't resurrect them as people. We have to remember that they're gone forever, you know, and you know, pretty much that's all I'm going to say in the subject, in this topic. It's just I missed you and I love you and I hope you rest in peace. And I tell you, that smile just mesmerized me. Um, I just It's like I'm just tearing up, inside. But hey, life is a journey. We see it. We tread it. We walk it. We question it. But the journey sometimes could be rough, could be tough, could be challenging, could be devastating. But life must go on. After all, everything that's over and put to rest and everything, life must go on, and it have to go on because it doesn't wait for me or it doesn't wait for you. So the days are going to keep going. So, if you want to stay back in these days or, they stay stuck, in certain era, then, hey, you know, what life is going on, you know, it's up to you, you know. I don't feel like playing catch up because I'm too old for that. I can't run. So it's up to you if you want to play catch up, you know. So yeah, I want to dedicate this part of the show to Tashiana Blake. And I love you. I missed you. I missed your mesmerizing smile. And I hope you rest in peace. All right. Love you. So yes, guys, chronic pain in the demon. You have to remember, guys, you could do super chat. We have super chat, or you become a member if you want. You become a member of the channel if you want. You know, um, yeah. So give a super chat. So I give you a shout out. Shout out your channel, shout out your peoples. Shout out the channel. Because guys, with these super chats, they help me to broaden the horizon as far as the machine is concerned. Because you're supporting the machine. And we want to keep this machine going. So yes, so with your super chat and your membership, it helps me to buy more gadgets and get more components, for the machine, so I could keep the machine going, the way I want it to go and the way I want you, see it to go. So every day I try to advance a little by little, just to keep, the machine going and keep you also intrigued. So we could have a better platform and build better content, and just what the people want to hear. You know what I mean? And just what is soothing to the consumers and the followers and the subscribers. So yes, so that's why we have to work on our craft. And do take notes and do research as well, because these things are important. Because when you want to come in front of these cameras, you want to be factual. Today, February 26, 2021. Past week, like I said, was very sad. But yes, guys. So my question to you now is, okay, with all these things that are going on, as far as companies, with the vaccines on board, and like I said, in my opinion, I think things are going to be opening up shortly. What's the first thing on your mind? What's your first destination? Are you going to move away and go with family to an Airbnb so you guys could, gel together? Family you haven't seen in so long. Know that everybody have the vaccine and it's okay to move around. Are you going to just take a vacation with your immediate family and just unwind? Or are you just going to go shopping, galore because the stores were closed and you weren't able to go shopping? So yes, guys, comment down below. Let me know. Share the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. you're rocking, coming, and let me know what you're gonna do as soon as things open, for us all. Yes, guys. So that's pretty much what that is. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much what that is. Let me know what you're gonna do. Um, when things are open, and your first goals. Um, you know, um, you're gonna visit family members. Maybe you haven't seen your mom in a long time. Maybe you haven't seen your dad. Maybe you haven't seen nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles, in a long time that you want to visit. And they said, oh, it's better for us to take a vacation. Let's get, a hotel where we have, rooms where we could cook and do all these things, or we do an Airbnb and we rent like a house and just to get together because we haven't seen each other in so long and we haven't get together in so long. So let me know, comment down below. Let me know what's the first thing on your mind, or as far as your bucket list, when all this pandemic is behind us. Well, I'm not going to say it's going to be behind us totally, but when we can live some kind of normalcy, because travel industry is going to open again, believe it or not, shortly, because their stocks are going up tremendously. So they're going to be open again. Oh yeah, you know, and hotels and all that stuff. Things are moving. Not at the pace as we wanted to see, but it's just that when you shut down, it's like you have to start it, crank it up, and just let it flow until it get back to its normal mechanism. But like I said, guys, by the end of the year, early next year, things are going to be more on a rapid scale. And we have to start paying attention right now, and also be mindful at the same time and be careful. But like I said, this is where how should I say it now? The resurrection, of quality of lives, starts. Okay, 2021. This is the second month, almost in the third month, because today, is the 26th. So, guys, yes, now this is the beginning of the beginning. you know yeah, so things are going to be moving more at a little faster scale, as far as when these vaccines are more administered, around the world, you're going to see more opening, and you're going to see a little bit more, breathing room. So it's getting there. It's going to take a little bit more time, but time is, we just have to, hey, we can't beat time, but we have to look at things the right way. Things are looking positive, because infection rates are down. The death tolls are down, even though we're over 500,000, which is very staggering, very astronomical, and it's also hard to believe because I tell you, you know, we shouldn't hold a record in that area. But what went wrong? It's beyond me. But there's a lot of questions to be asked. Why we have such a high death toll. But I'll leave that to the politicians and all the other people that deal with stuff like that. But yes, guys, our death was tremendous, and now things are going back down where the where you admit to the hospitals. All those things are down. Admissions are down. And like I said, the death tolls are down. The casualties are down. So now, like I said, it's the beginning of the beginning. You know what I mean? So things are going to start reopening on a slow pace, but hey, it'll get back to. I'm not going to say back not to normal that we used to be, but it'll get back to some living. Where we could feel like we're living. You see what I'm saying? It's just that just we have to be a little bit more patient, you know, and be more mindful and understanding. I mean, we've been doing great so far. A lot of us have been doing wonderful, tremendous. You know, but yeah, we just have to hold on for a little bit more. You know, that's why, guys. Life is so important. And these type of catastrophes and these type of plagues, in my opinion, this is a plague. So these type of plagues, makes a person like myself. Let me speak on my own self right now. Made me look at life and reevaluate my life and the purpose for me to be here, and my family and my self worth and all of that stuff. you know. So what's really important? You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So what's really important? Life. Life is important. You know. Yes, guys. So life is important, and we just have to, you know, um, you know, just trying to learn to live and in peace, and tranquility, and just to be mindful, of what we're doing, and also be careful, you know, because we have to remember, sometimes it's not just, hurting yourself or, the person that you might have a situation with. Hey, health is my passion. How are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And James, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. Much appreciated. Health is my passion, James. Much appreciated. So yes, guys. So like I was saying, life. Today we're here. Tomorrow we might not be here. So life is something that we have to take for granted because for I mean, let me rephrase that. We can't take life for granted. You know what I mean? Because you know, when you lose someone, you know, um, the emotional feeling is so devastating that I don't think it's worth people go through what they go through as far as losing a person. So that's why we all have to be more mindful and be more careful of our decisions. Husbands, wives, all these impulse decisions. We have to be careful because sometimes they could lead us in situations where we don't want to be, and we're just tearing our family apart, tearing ourselves apart, tearing our loved ones apart. And, at the end of the day, you have to say to yourself, is it really worth it? You know, is it really worth it? You know what I mean? No, it's not, you know? So, like I said earlier, in life, there are obstacles, in marriages, there are obstacles. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage. You know what I mean? Every marriage have their own, own unique situation. You see what I'm saying? Every marriage have their own unique situation. And marriages are hard, no matter what nobody tell you. To be married is very hard in today's society, you know, because of the way people look at you and they judge you, and also the way they demonize you. So you have to keep up that facade sometimes, even when things are not working right, you know. So that's why I'm saying, it's one of the hardest things to do right now, you know, just be married, in this climate, because this climate is so toxic, with the COVID and all the other things that are going on. People are out of work. People are just falling apart. So yeah, right now it's so toxic. So it's easy for people to get off edge right now, because this is a very toxic time. But we can make it through this. We can make it because once we have faith and we believe, you know, let our faith and our belief just lead the way. Instead of the irrational and also the impulse decisions. Because sometimes those decisions could cost us our lives or cost somebody else's life, and we're just going to live in sorrow and drown in sorrow. And you have to say to yourself, was it really worth it? You know, was it really worth it? You know. So some of these things, we have to bring across to the younger generation, and hope they get it. And ask yourself, when you're sitting where you're sitting, was it really worth it? So what I'm trying to do right now, I know I'm bouncing around because I want to know what you guys want to do after COVID is over. But guys, like if you weren't here earlier, I was dedicating a part of the show to a family member that I lost, and that's one of the reasons why I'm talking about family and marriages and stuff like that. So pardon me if you didn't understand. And also for the chronic pain and demon, silent LS. I am sorry, guys. The joke is on me. The joke is on me. It says chronic pain in the demon, silent Ellis. Oh my God. And I'm here yapping and yapping and yapping. Hey, thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for being here. You're making my Friday. You made my day. You see what I'm saying? So yes, family is not easy to deal with. There's obstacles, there are hurdles, that we have to climb over at times. Sometimes some of these hurdles, they are so high, they make us question ourselves, because sometimes some of these hurdles, they even seem so ridiculous, you know. But, the reason why they look that way sometimes is because they want to show us that we need to compromise. Sometimes, not all the time, you know. So yes, so things are hard, but thank you very much, thank you very much, Elfin and Passion, thank you very much, so things are hard. We're living in a crucial time, where things could be inflate, as just it's like striking a match, and it starts a fire. You know what I mean? We're living in a moment right now where it's just like your sulfur, just getting ready to strike, on a rock, or on something that the sulfur could start a fire. So yeah, so we have to look at ourselves at this moment. No disrespect, but we're like sulfur. A lot of us, not everybody, a lot of us, that's just getting ready to strike. At any moment, for any which reason, because you know why? Um, when people are tired of being tired, then you see everything else comes out. You know, and because we've been in this climate for so long, you have to understand it's like people are trapped in their home. You feel like a prisoner in your own home. Even if you work from home, you still feel like a prisoner because after a while, you say to yourself, I really can't go to the mall because I have my kids and I don't want to take them out there because of the exposure. Then it limits you, as far as, your day-to-day routine, and places where you would normally go. And for example, like, you take your kids to Dairy Queen or certain places like that to have ice cream, and they sit outside and they have their ice cream, and they could do it in a timely fashion. We don't have those things right now. So yes, it's a strain, on parents. You know what I mean? It's a strain on everybody. In this time. You see what I mean? But you have to understand it and also be mindful. This right here is a testament. When things test your faith, you know, test your belief, you know, test your self worth, you know, and test what you stand for, you know. So towards mankind, even though it caused a lot of casualties, but it's still a test to mankind, you know, and to see what we could withstand, you know. So we have to be more mindful and be more careful and respect each other and be more loving, you know, because in this world, if we have more love, then we have better understanding. Because you know why? The love is going to clear the air for the communication. And with communication, you have better understanding. You see what I'm saying? So you're more at ease. So you don't have those rational thoughts, or rational thinking. You know what I mean? Because you have that, one-on-one trust and love. So that's how powerful love is. It could bring you to the table, to close deals. It could bring you anywhere to even get married. It could bring you anywhere to even having kids. Being procreated man and woman making kids. That's how powerful love is. Love. You know, the most powerfulest word in this world is love. In my opinion, in my opinion, the most powerful word in this world is love. Because love is love and then love is love. You know, because with love, you're not going to be thinking about harming this other person or this other generation or this other ethnicity, or this, church or this school or, the capital or wherever the case may be, you know, because with love also come with understanding because love brings you a balance, you know, a balance that helps to balance your life, and also balance your way of thinking, you know. So that's how serious love is. It balances you out, as long as you have that real love inside of you. It helps to balances you out, and it saves you a lot too. From a lot of things. Because it's genuine. You know what I mean? So yes, guys. So let me know. What you're gonna do when things open up. Maybe this year, maybe next year, when we could travel. More frequent. Let me know. Let me know what's your first. What's on your bucket list first? Bucket list first. Are you gonna take a cruise? Are you gonna get on a jet plane? Are you gonna hit the train? Are you gonna take the Greyhound? What's your big move after all this is over? Because we have to understand, if you pay attention, there is so many companies out there right now pushing vaccines, um, you know, in a fashion that captivates a lot of minds across this world. Because Johnson and Johnson, not like I'm trying to promote nobody, but they have this vaccine coming out where it could store in a regular refrigerator, versus the Pfizer vaccine, where you need two dosage, and it have to be stored 100 degrees below Fahrenheit. So you have to look at these things and weigh them and see what's best for you and your family. You know, because for me, one shot killed. Yeah. So we have to say to ourselves as people, you know, what's the difference? Why is this one is only one dose, or why is this one could only store a certain degree Fahrenheit without it being expired, or is it the same thing I'm getting? So yeah, those are the uncertainties that people have. That's why you don't see some of the people out there signing up for it. And they do have a right. Because normally the polio vaccine took us about 5 to 10 years. I mean, that was one of the fastest one we developed. As far as the coronavirus vaccines, comparison. The polio took between 5 to 10 years, and you see in the polio there were hiccups. So who knows? We're just going to wait and see, and see what the analytics, and also all of that stuff say, because those things play a big part. When you get the right analytics and the data that shows, then those things makes you more certain, as people, and also as consumer. So yes. So we still have time for the ones that are uncertain. Things will come around. And I'm sure a lot of us will, be a little bit more mindful and do what we have to do and do what's right, for us and our family. As far as making decisions. Either yes or no. You know what I mean? It's up to you and your family. So no, for me personally, I don't hold a grudge against a person that don't want to take this vaccine, because I understand you. Because I see where you're coming from, and it makes a lot of sense. So don't think I'm against that. I'm not. I am all for that. Because I'm all for the analytics. I'm all for the data, because you know that's what speaks volume, and that's what makes and puts people at ease. So yes, guys. So coming to you on a Friday, I'm Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain Unit Demon. I just want to thank my peoples in the house. Also, guys, my member, Health is My Passion. She's one of my member, and she have a great channel. I wanted to check her out. She have a lot of things going on as far as losing weight, cooking, showing you all these nice way of cooking Jamaican pot roast, and all these other things that are Caribbean and American that she makes so well. And she also explained how she lost weight without doing certain exercise. So health is my passion. She's one of my members, and right now she's in the chat room. So health is my passion. Hey, hats off to you and what you have done so far, and I'm glad to have you here. And also my friend James, glad to have you here, and also my listeners, across the world. I'm glad to have you here. Because you have to understand, when these things go out, they go out throughout the world. My only hiccups that I made today, which I'm ashamed of myself, and I won't do it again. On the screen, it says chronic pain in a demon, Silent Ellis. Oh my God, I can't really believe I did that. I mean, I should have really got that off, but hey, guys, it was one of those scheduled LS that I had scheduled, and I had to rush in the house and make sure I was on time, to see you guys, and just because like when you are, um, how should I say it now, um, efficient about what you do, and the pride that you have, and the respect that you have for the ones that supports you. You're trying to make sure that you make the time and the effort. So, guys who are out there going through chronic pain, I hope this is a better week for you, because right now it's February. I know we had the last couple of weeks that was pretty rough, but I hope the snow is melting, and it's melting in fast fashion, and you guys could go out and walk around and without have to worry about slip and slide, and enjoy life, and just enjoy life, because when you're going through chronic pain and you're living in the north, with the climate, it's very hard. Take it from someone that's been there. That's why when I close my show every day, I said, "Who feels it knows it." And there's a lot of reason why I say that is because I felt a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things. That's why I said, "Who feels it knows it," because God knows. I've been through a lot of things, but I didn't let it define me. You know, I didn't. You know, I became a better person from all of that because I wasn't a person that was outspoken, and now I'm more outspoken. So everything that I had built up inside of me for years, it's been gone for so long because I learned to breathe the right way and just let those negative things just evaporate. And I tell you, it makes you think clearer. It makes things easier. It makes your life easier. you know because for example, if I have to think on a show that I have to present to you guys, and I said, okay, I need to do some notes, which I do my notes, guys, and I come up with the topic, and I said, okay, I'm going to do this discussion today. I just sat down over there, and I just do some research, and I just started writing, because, and then when I write and I get to certain part of my writing, and I know that, what, I could stop, because what, I could pick up from there. Because I'm also a person, that been through a lot of things. So I could pick up from there because I understand, and it's so clear. It's so vivid. You know what I mean? So that's why, hello, how are you, my friend? How are you? How are you? Nice to see you here, and nice to see you here, and nice to see you here. Nice to see you here, Anne Marie. Nice to see you here, 76. Nice to see you here. Mix and mingle with everybody, and have fun. Welcome to Chronic Pain and the Demon. Raymond Nugent. With you guys on the Friday. TGIF to everyone. TGIF to all the hard working people out there, and TGIF to all the ones that are at home helping the kids. Doing their homework, doing laundry, cleaning the house, going grocery shopping, listening to Chronic Pain, just trying to make the weekend, get into a good spirit, and, get it off in a good way. Well, Mike can't do much on the outside, but thank God for the inside. Let's enjoy the inside, okay? Because you can put your music on, you have your drink, and, you know, if it's water, if it's, whatever it is, Sprite, if it's something, in the alcohol content or whatever the case may be, and you just find some kind of way with your friends just to enjoy what we have right now, because I tell you, um, there's just a songwriter from my past that I respect so much. His name is Dennis Brown, a very good singer, Jamaican guy. He have a song that says, hold on to what you got. you know when you listen to that song, and the words, as far as him saying, hold on to what you have, um, it makes so much sense, and it brings me so much clarity, because I get to understand, not just because of the one song, but, it kind of, propel me to understand more about what I really have, my self worth, plus taxes, and how to appreciate others as well, and hold on to what's precious to you, in life, and what's important to you in life. You see what I'm saying? So yes. So from now on, guys, I'm telling you, my perspective is different. 2021 starts, and my goals, they're very, very high. But I tell you, I could reach them because you know what? I didn't think I was going to be here today as far as reaching this goal because it was just too high for me mentally. But physically, putting in the work, and I see where I'm at today, so I know I could reach my next goals. So that's why I want you guys, don't be afraid, to give a super chat. Don't be afraid to become a member because I tell you, chronic pain, being a demon, is here to stay. We're not going nowhere. Just remember, there's over 50 million people in America alone going through chronic pain. So somebody have to be here. I'm sure there's other platforms, but as far as a cultural, where we could deal with each other one on one. Somebody have to be here. Where you guys could listen and we all could chime in and make this better. And understand it better. I know because of research that I've been doing over the week that there are great companies out there that are doing a lot of research when it comes on to chronic pain and even how to send signal to the brain to shut off, the pain signal. And those things are fascinating because I learned those things this week. Because I always talk about the stem cell, and I'm still adamant for the stem cell because it regenerates, nerves. But what they're talking about now is to send signal to the brain to shut off that, is to send like, certain signals to the brain to shut off that pain signal because, guys, in layman terms, in the real term, the pain really is in, up in your head, in the brain, and that's where the signals come from. Because you have to understand, the brain is the CPU, and it connected with the nervous system. So with all those signals, they go down through the nervous system and they're all connected. You know what I mean? So they have to attack, the signal system in the brain. So how they could, mimic it, so it could stop sending those acute pain signals to patients. So when I looked at the study and I read it, it's so fascinating, you know, and it's so hopeful. It makes you optimistic. You know what I mean? So yes, so the future looks brighter, for people like myself and believers and optimistic, people who are, who are optimists, and I think, better days are ahead of us, in my opinion. And that's why I said to everyone, just hold on. It's a struggle right now. Things are hard, but we could make it, because I think, in my opinion, if we've been through 2020 and we're still here, we should pat ourselves on our shoulder and say a lot. Because that says a lot, you know, that says a lot. Because we have to remember that in 2020, thank you for the thumbs up. In 2020, we lost a tremendous amount of people. 500,000. 500,000 people. You're talking about 6, 7 football stadiums. Depends on their capacity. Maybe 8 or 9 failed football stadiums of people that we lost. So if you want to put it in, like if you want to brainstorm and put it in like one of those round circle, just think about that. With how big a stadium is when it's packed with football, all this crowd and people are having fun. 6 or 7 or 8 football stadium people that we just lost. You know, with we sitting back and just saying to ourselves, what really happened or what is this, you know, and then we have all right to, because like I said, in my opinion, this is a plague, and we just have to be more mindful, and be more certain as people, and be more loving, you know, be more loving as individual, and be more thankful for what we have, you know, because tomorrow, like I said, today is a gift, tomorrow is a promise. You know what I mean? Yeah. So today's a gift, guys. Tomorrow's a promise. So we don't know. You know. So yes. So for my friends in chronic pain, I know we can do it because we have to say to ourselves, we can do it because you know why? We don't want to find ourselves in positions where we have to be, dependent on certain things to get us around moving. If we don't have to, you know, if we have to depend on it, then so be the case. But if we could fight through that and make a better life for ourselves and make a better quality of life for ourselves and the family, we should, because life is very important, man, especially if you have a family. It's very important when you have kids, then you start having grandkids, and then you starting to realize, how important things are, how important life is, and how important the decisions that we make are, you know, then it makes us think differently. You know what I mean? Yeah, because then you see these things. It's like written in front of your face. So you don't really have to say much words. Because you pretty much know where you stand and what you expect of yourself and also to happen throughout your journey with your family. I'm not going to say everything ever happened the way we carved it out or whatever, because before I said there's obstacles, but we have to learn how to get over these obstacles, um, because we can't let these obstacles define us, you know because that's not the way we are, and we should never let those things happen to us. And certain rational and impulse decisions, we have to learn to curb that. And for the younger ones, who are going through these things, the elders are here. Myself is here as well. I mean, if you want to call, we could speak to you guys before you take things in their own hands. You can call. The lines are open. I'm sure there's other people you can call as well. So for all the younger ones out there, for all my listeners, for all my subscribers, or whatever you guys are going through, chronic pain is here. If it's to preserve a life and also to stay incarcerated, just give me a call. Let's talk, and just make it better for us all. Because I am just pretty much tired of being tired of seeing us, as people of color, losing one another. It's just too much, and then it becomes more unbearable because it's just one of those things that puts you in a daze, puts you in like in a dream, puts you in a nightmare, puts you in a daymare, puts you in disbelief, you know. So yes, so that's why we have to do right and enjoy life, and be more positive, and just do what's right. To me, um, if you really don't have nothing to say to this person that's going to be worthwhile, just keep it moving. Don't make what's not a situation becomes a situation, because it might cost you your demise or cost the other person their demise. So we have to learn not to have these self-inflicted wounds, especially people of color. With these self-inflicted wounds, we have to learn not to have these self-inflicted wounds, because that's a big part of our downfall. That's why we don't really get the respect that we deserve to get. Um, and you know, it's just to me, quite frankly, um, you know, with a father who have been through a lot of things, with children, with a son and everything. Um, you know, I don't even know what to say as far as the next word, but it's just you have a certain generation in this world. I'm just gonna put this down and just say what I have to say. The generation, like my daughters and my son's generation, they're very hard to understand, in my opinion. I am so scared of them because they're so hard to understand. They don't talk to you. They don't tell you their issues. They stay moody, and that thing put me in fear, you know. So I'm speaking to you guys, the generation of my daughter's age and my son's age, you know, just be a little more elusive, talk to people, talk to family members, talk to your close friends, what's going on, what you're thinking sometimes if it's not rational, you know. See where they could change the narrative, and help you to become a better person in society. You know what I mean? See where they could change the perspective and help you to become a better person in society. Because all these things make sense and it will help. So sometimes if you have these type of, you know, outlets that you could reach out to, don't take them for granted. Reach out because that reach out that you reach out could either save your life or your freedom. Generation of my daughter's age, there's a bright future ahead of you. Believe in yourself. Believe in your self worth. Believe in the ambition that you have to try to get a job and try to strive and try to have a family. Believe in yourself for trying to believe because a lot of you guys are going to be the new innovators of this world. But you have to believe in yourself, believe in what you do, believe in your self worth, believe in your ambition, believe in people that you deal with, your family, your mentors, you know, because that's your foundation. So, yes, you have a beautiful world. Cherish what you have, make the best of what you have, become better innovators, you know, become better doctors, better nurses, better scientists. You know what I mean? There's so much at your fingertip, guys, for the younger generation. There's so much at your fingertip that I wish I had when I was growing up, because it would have helped me to make better choices for as life and career is concerned, you know? So make use of what you have. Don't waste it. Because and once you waste it, you can't bring it back or you can't go back to, you can't backpedal to where you messed up and try to fast forward. It doesn't work that way. You don't need to be in a gang or, be in a crew of people to be cool, younger generation, you know. Just stay ordinary, just be yourself. Sometimes it even makes you wiser because you become yourself or you be yourself and you start paying more attention and be more mindful of what's going on. You read more and everything, you become smarter, you know, and you know how to get around this world. Easy, when it comes on to getting around it, easier, you learn, because you become smarter, as people, you know. So for this generation, man, on this earth right here, what you have is paradise, you know. Cherish what you have, respect what you have, love what you have, you know, and also cherish your freedom because once it's taken away from you, that's when you realize how important your freedom is. Okay? Cherish the life you have, your family, your freedom. Because when that's taken away from you, into pretty much anything, especially if you have love for them. You have love for freedom, love for life, then you're in non-existence anymore. And that's when you realize how important your freedom was when it's too late. But don't let it be too late for you guys, for the younger ones out there, because we still could make some of y'all make better decisions. And if you're listening today, learn to make better decisions, young man, young lady. Value your freedom more, okay? Value your family more, you know? Value yourself more, you know? Because all these things will help you to make a better decision than an impulse decision. You see what I'm saying? Chronic Pain Unit Demon, Raymond Nugent, coming to you. Like I always say before I go, who feels it? No. Peace.